Alrighty guys, this is snugsonblitz and I'm back with another video for you today. So the Caernavon, the tier 8 British heavy tank. For the longest time, I think this tank was, in a word, overlooked. That's why I've entitled this video just that. Because way back when, it was the IS-3 that was the meta in tier 8s. It was such a gorgeous tank. But over time, it got power crept, and now it's kind of a meh tank. Then, about a year and a half ago, I think it was, the Tiger 2 got a buff, and it's a serious contender for the best tier 8 heavy tank. Tech tree-wise, anyway. And more recently, this tank received a buff, and I think it definitely deserves your consideration, because it is a dang good tank. Let me give you a quick review of the tank, and then we'll jump right into some gameplay. Overall, I want to say great, but for normal players, I'm going to say good. Gun. Again, I want to say great, but it is a pew-pew gun, doesn't intimidate players, so I'm going to go good. Armor. That turret, yeah, great. In the right positions, you'll bounce a heck of a lot. And maneuverability, yeah, okay. It's not the slowest, but it definitely isn't the fastest either. The thing about this tank is you want to go hull down and just unleash that DPM you've got. So let's jump right into my buddy's gameplay and I'll talk you through it. Okie dokie. So looking at the lineups, well, they have an Action X, that's a tough cookie, and a Chimera, that's also tough. So if I were to say which team has the advantage right now, I'd probably say the enemy team. And the reason I say that is because the Chimera and Action X, being premium tanks or gold tanks, are automatically at 100% crew. Whereas, let's say the 53 TP, who's bumping into my buddy right now, he may have the top gun, may have the top engine, but his crew might only be 85%. So that's why I say right now, I'm going to give the advantage to the enemy. Now my buddy's going to C, and seeing if he can find anybody who he can unleash his DPM on. Okay, now he's found all the enemy tanks pretty much. There they are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's number 6. So my buddy's gonna push in aggressively. And okay, so they've lost one tank already. Not good news. But thankfully, as the enemy team is all over there to the left-hand side, my buddy's able to come up here and just rip this guy to absolute shreds. And bada bing, bada boom, this guy is well gone. Lo and behold, he has a Yo sitting over there in the distance. And my buddy decides to push in aggressively here. Maybe a wise decision because he's all alone. If he can fire those 3 shells, or get him to fire those 3 shells, if he fired 1 already, at least 1. And come on, I fired 2. Maybe, yeah, he looks like he's backing up. Probably he's reloading. So my buddy's just going to push on in here. And make him wish he had stayed with his team. He's gone. Now, the 53 TP is full health. That's good news. My buddy is almost full health. But unfortunately, the J Panther 2 coming into the screen now doesn't have much health left. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look what we have over here. The CC64, being the slow tank that it is, decides to sit at the back and act like a TD, which it really shouldn't. And that is definitely one tank you want to get rid of if you can. Luckily, it's not the most mobile tank, and just like the other tank, the Yo, you definitely don't want to be caught out alone. Well, my buddy was able to avoid getting hit there, but he really needs to get rid of this guy fast. The CC64 really has just one weakness, and that's its mobility. But in the right positions, it can be deadly. Unfortunately, this is not one of them. So, my guess is it's not fully equipped just yet. Maybe not even the top gun, so... Okay, it's 3 versus 4. My buddy's got his work cut out for him. Thankfully, the 53 TP is quite healthy. And, ooh, bounces another shot there, so that's good news. Now he has to choose which tank to focus on, and he wisely chooses the tank that's all by his lonesome, the Chieftain. Now think about this, the first tank he went after was the AMX, he was all alone. Then he went after the Yo. He was all alone. Then he went after the CC64. He was all alone. Now he's going after the Chieftain, and he's all alone. So my buddy is playing this perfectly, focusing on the weakest tanks because they have no support. And now it's 2 versus 2. They do have 2 bases. And unfortunately, this guy's got a problem because he's got dang Bulldog and Chimera basically doing a wolf pack sort of thing. So now he's 1v2, and he really needs to get rid of one of these tanks. He is on a hill, so he's in a good position to go hull down. But with 2 tanks here, ooh, he bounces another shell. That's great. Ooh, he took a nasty hit there. So that's unfortunate. Okay, Bulldog's down to a 1-shot. Another shot here, nicely done. And he backs up wisely. Now he's going to go hull down and hope he can pick off that Bulldog first, and then maybe get the Chimera and oh my goodness me. Ouch. Look at that. How much damage did he do? 5,248. And it still wasn't enough. Bad luck, buddy. What a lovely game. Yeah, the 53 TP did great as well. Between them, 8,000 damage, and it still wasn't enough. It's hard to overcome 2 donuts and 2 very low damage tanks. Ugh, I feel for him. Anyway, what do you think about the Caernavon? Are you a fan of it? Let me know in the comments below. I would have said a long time ago that this was so outclassed by its premium counterpart, the Action X. But since the buff, this tank has the better gun, and the Action X has the better armor and maneuverability, I think, slightly anyway. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Anywho, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, you know what to do. But hit subscribe and tell your friends, tell your buddies, tell everybody, social media, all that jazz, you know, the usual. That's all I got for you. I'll see you next time. Snugs on Blitz, out.